Hey everybody, today we're talking about macro lighting, or cheap ways you can illuminate those super duper close-up shots. Now a macro shot is super tight. In fact, it's so close you need a special lens called a macro lens in order to pull it off. Or you can get one of these macro tubes which you put between your camera's lens and your camera's sensor to achieve the same thing. But when you're this close, you no longer turn your focus ring to achieve focus. You actually have to move the object closer or farther away to your camera's lens, or the camera closer or farther away from the object to achieve focus. The depth of field is that shallow. Now if you're trying to light an object that's just inches away from your camera's lens, you're going to have a hard time with conventional lighting. It's just too big. Now you could set up a macro tent, which is just kind of white diffusion around your object, and blast that with normal lights. And that'll give you soft, even lighting if that's what you're looking for. But what if you want to do something a little more dramatic? What if you want to do some object modeling, or some three-point lighting, or some noir lighting? You're going to have a tiny light kit to actually pull that stuff off. Fortunately, you can get tiny lights for not a lot of money. The first light I want to talk about here is this kind of miniature desk lamp style. As you can see, it's got a solid base. It has a gooseneck so you can pose the light. And then you've got the light itself right here, which is 5 LEDs. Now this cost me $1 at the dollar store. It's powered by 3 AA batteries in the base here, which means you're not tethered to any cords or any power. You can use it remotely in the field. And it will give you sort of a small pool of light that's focused. It's not flooded, but these lights will create a focused pool of light wherever you aim it at. Next up, we have these keyboard lights, which I also found at Dollar Tree, and these are made to plug into your laptop's USB port. Then you have this posable light you can then point at your keyboard so you can see it in the dark in case your keyboard isn't backlit. These are also really good for macro lighting. You just need to find a way to power this without lugging your laptop around. And you can do that, of course, with rechargeable USB power packs or battery-powered USB power packs, or you can just get your cell phone's charger, wall charger, plug it into this and plug it into any wall outlet or extension cord. You can also get a cheap adapter that has a light socket thread on one side and a standard 2-prong power outlet on the other, which you can then plug your cell phone adapter into. Now you can plug this into anything that has a light socket, including a fixture you might happen to have on the end of your light stand, like I have here in the studio. Now I realize this is just the tip of the iceberg for this kind of thing, and I've only given you a couple of examples that I've made specifically for this video, but the fact is that these things are really flexible and you can do all kinds of things with them if you don't need just soft, even light, but something a little more dramatic. If so, check out all the links below in the description. I've given you all kinds of things to look at, and go out there and light something small. We'll see you next time.